begin. Mm, all right, I feel like we should have some background music. I'll
Yeah.
definitely vote on that to kind of like cut through the silence. I'm usually pretty comfortable with the silences, but maybe for everyone in the room, we'll do a background music for next time. So, how about this? I'm sure we all have a pretty full plate on our schedules, so I don't want to hold anyone up. Also, because it's Friday, I'm sure it's probably 5:30 somewhere, or someone's version of 5:30 somewhere. So we can get started. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Third Friday membership meeting. My name is Ramon Lowe. I'm AMAC's Director of Membership and Industry Engagement. And for those of you who are new here, and this is my second Third Friday meeting, we use this time as really an opportunity to really connect with all of our members and share with you some news regarding AMAC, all the way from the national office on down to our committees. And today we really have a full agenda. We have some really key committees and committee heads who have some really great things they want to share with you. So let me get my stuff out of the way so before we get to those folks. Just from our agenda that was posted on the event calendar, I wanted to make mention about membership renewals. Our membership team has been really diligent in terms of getting folks up to speed and collecting on the dues that are outstanding. So if you've gotten an email or a letter from us, and you have some questions with regards to processing your membership dues, please feel free to reach out to me or to Ashley Clow. So one thing I do want to suggest is the auto renew option that we're starting. Very easy, less stress and taxing on you folks, and ultimately it kind of like saves you from, you can avoid any interruption or lapse in your membership benefits. And believe me, you don't want it to lapse. And that's me just kind of teasing what we want to announce later on. But if you are interested in renewing in the auto renew program, definitely please feel free to reach out to me or Ashley Clow. The other thing in regards to membership, as we are going through our membership roles in our year membership system, is we do ask you folks to kind of go into your membership profiles, give it a good look. If you are the admin for your organization, just make sure that your listed representatives are current, and make sure that the folks that you do want listed in your organization profile. The other thing is making sure that you have the right, or actually anyone registered from your organization, to be a voting member representing your organization. And of course, The last thing is looking at the region that you are signed up in. Again, it's also teasing what we want to announce later. But if you don't have your region listed, we ask that you please make sure you select that because we will be sending out some notices in the future and segmenting that according to the area that you selected in the region. The other thing I want to mention is our virtual program, Legends and Leapers, which is set for August 30th at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know about Legends and Leapers, it is hosted by our chair and the CEO of BWI Airport, Ricky Smith. And he normally has a co-host, Lauren Magnum, but she is out on maternity. So I'm sure he's going to find someone who's going to be willing to co-host alongside with him. But for this upcoming episode, our legend will be Tamala Lee, the VP of Business Diversity and Development for DFW Airport. And our leaper will be Kima Washington, the president of Brandley Creative Group. So make sure you register to attend. You can find that on our event calendar on our website. So this third option, I want to mention it. I'm going to preface this before I introduce one of our guests. We have a SOARS event, which takes place September 20th, and we've partnered with Austin Bergstrom International Airport to host an in-person pre-industry day outreach event. So I want to introduce James Young, who is with Austin. He's a program manager, and James is going to talk a little bit about the program. So James, it's your show.
Oh, thank you, Raymond. Good morning, everybody. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Excellent, excellent.
You see it?
And so today we're going to talk about our expansion development program. First, we're going to start with a little bit of history. Our original terminal was constructed in 1999. We had 25 gates, 126 daily flights, and designed to serve 11 MAP. 2019, first major expansion, 9 new gates, total 34 gates, designed to serve 15 million annual passengers. And then 2022 actuals. 21.1 million annual passengers served, designed to serve 15 million annual passengers. Additionally, much of the original infrastructure is meaning its end of life. There's a little picture of our airport right now. From 2019 to 2022, our passengers are up 22%. In May and then again in October, we hit new peak months of over 2 million passengers. And you can see our growth there. From 2011 to now, we've averaged over 7% annual growth. AUS is growing faster than all other US large and medium hub airports. From second quarter of 19 to second quarter of 2023, if you look on the far left-hand side, we're about 38% change in seats. So we're leading the US in terms of growth. Now we compare ourselves to our other peer airports. AUS is now classified as a large hub airport by FAA. We're competing with large airports for air service. Large hub category is more competitive for federal dollars, and we are a new and smaller player vying against major airports for federal funds. Our comparison to some of our peer airports, 2022 total passengers. We had 21.1 million and 34 gates. San Antonio, 9.5 million and 24 gates. Tampa, we had 21.5 million, 60 gates. In Nashville, 18.4 million and 45 gates. So we've kicked off our expansion. We are live. We have a couple we'll talk about a little bit later. Some enabling projects already started. But over the next 12 months, we're going to do 17 procurements. From September through next July, we'll be awarding over $3 billion in contracts on the street. If you look at the 17 procurements, 9 are what we call professional services and 8 are construction. This is a detail to them. So we go from $2 million to $2 billion. So we have room for everybody. So we want everybody to come and join us and help us expand the airport. We have 6 major program elements. BJT optimization, where we have the check mark, those are active live projects. We have the new AD hall, so we have to demo our red garage. We have a new arrivals and departure hall, a new terminal roadway. We have to relocate major utilities, and we convert Barbara Jordan Terminal into a Concourse A. Our Concourse B and tunnel, we have Concourse B, 20 gates. We have a passenger utility tunnel, which has baggage handling system, customer connection, future APM, a utility corridor. Then around the concourse, we have apron work. We have 2 new parking garages. We have parking, replacement of employee parking, and replacement of public parking. Those are surface parking. And we have associated roadway work. The airfield, again, checks. This is enabling work. We've started building demolition, and we've started design for our midfield taxiway construction. And that includes bridges, site work, and utility work. Last but not least is utilities and infrastructure, new central utility plant, utility distribution, and stormwater ponds. So I'll give you a little picture of what I just talked about. I'll start on the left. In those 2 big rectangular boxes are new parking garages. A little bit to the upper left off that will be our new central utility plant. To the right of the central utility plant, that's going to be new overnight parking. Our existing utility plant sits there right now. If we go to the center of the picture, you'll see a red dot, and that's our existing red garage. So we'll demo the red garage, and we'll build a new roadway in our new AD hall. Then we hit to our existing Barbara Jordan terminal, and you can see on the far right, we have an existing Westgate expansion. And on the far left, we will have, as part of our expansion program, we'll expand the international processing area. And from that, we'll go from the center, we'll go from the tunnel. There's a new tunnel, underground tunnel, and we get to Concourse B, and we'll open that with 20 gates. Further expansion later on, we'll take that to 40 gates. And then if you continue to the right, we have our enabling works, our new taxiway. We also, that's the area we're also demoing buildings in. And then we see 2 squares out there, additional storm ponds and drainage that were required on the job site. So there's a pictorial of what we just talked about. Current AED projects and DMWBE participation. Current projects underway, we talked about demolition, our airfield work. We also have in the existing terminal, we're upgrading our baggage handling system, what we call BJT, or also BJT Phase 1, professional services and construction. We're building a new cargo facility. We're doing midfield investigations and adding 2 vehicle checkpoints. Products are procured in different ways. We have design, bid, build. We have CMAR. We have our professional rotation list and professional services and design, build. And to talk about our 17, we currently have 1 design, build, bid, build. We have 4 CMARs. We have 8 rotation lists and professional services, and we have 3 what we call progressive design builds. So we are using all 4 options currently right now. Our upcoming, we already started in August. We started what we call our atrium infill design off our rotation list. We started in terms of negotiating with design for our atrium infill. A big one coming out is CMAR for Area 2. It's 80 and 120 million. We'll start advertising in September for our CMAR, 80 to 120 million dollars. We also have design kicking off in September for our surface parking lots 11, 12, and 23. This will be from a rotation list. So again, projects of many sizes, we need active participation from everybody. Our contract community and support services program, we develop and implement a strategic plan for inclusive contract outreach and engagement efforts, workforce development, and diverse community engagement related to the AUS expansion program. The team supports us in the City of Austin Small Minority Business Resources, SMBR department. Provides guidance, templates, metrics for best practices to maximize inclusion in all aspects of the expansion. And we have 4 pillars. Contract, first one is contract outreach, DM, WBE engagement, workforce development, and community engagement. And there's some of our team members. Some are senior. In the upper left is our chief development officer. We have other team members out at local Austin and Central Texas events right now. Contract outreach, one of our first pillar. We conduct contract consultant focused outreach to encourage participation in procurements. And this is one of our major focuses right now. We have one at least quarterly. We've already conducted 2 of our 3 pre-industry outreach series. We completed session 1, Are You Ready? Last week, we did Get Set on August 9th. I think we had approximately 250 to 300 participants. We have 3 major outreach events that are planned for the remainder of 23. They are pre-industry day session, Let's Go. That's on September 20th. Prime Day, October 4th, and then just Industry Day, November 9th. And we're really looking for huge participation in these three events. We attend stakeholder and diverse industry sponsored events. Additionally, in addition to partnering with them to conduct outreach to their members, we typically shoot for a minimum of 4 a month. We completed 7 in the month of July, and we have over 30 events for the third quarter. We conduct outreach to firms that are not city certified, because we believe we need a lot more participation just city certified, but are certified by other entities, State of Texas, HUBs, MSDC, MBEs, WBEIC, WBE to support the SMVR certification for a 30% increase in pool of certified firms. So we're really trying to grow the list of approved firms to participate in our expansion. And currently we have an increase of 3% in 1 quarter. Here's the big issue, future key events. And this takes us just through the end of this year. As I mentioned earlier, we did August 9th. We believe was a big success. We had roughly 250 participants. September 12th, we have the City of Austin 2023 Small Minority Business Connection, an SMBR event. September 20th, in conjunction with AMAC, we have our a program update. At the same time, our prime and sub networker matchmaker for professional services and construction. And in this with AMAC, we've already signed up 26 prime contractors. And registrations opened up last week. Then on November 9th is the big show, is our industry day on November 9th. So obviously we're really beating the bushes and we're trying to get everybody certified that we can to participate in our future work. These are some of the events. We talked about our 3-part series. Are you ready? Get set. And our last one here is Let's Go. That's conjunction. And you can see on the far right, Business Matchmaker with AMAC. Besides that, we also participate in Central Texas and other. We got Summer Schindler, our Chief Development Officer, and we have some other team members participating in the Luna Awards. So one of our pillars here, DMWBE engagement, our second pillar, strategic and post engagement support the availability of certified firms for the construction, professional services scopes, commodity codes required for the expansion. And that's what we're really focused on now. We want everybody to be certified, registered, for that they actually participate in the procurement that's coming up over the next year. And identify areas in current and future packages to maximize DBE, MWBE, WBE participation with certified firms, including sizing packages for possible prime opportunities. So rather than be a sub to a prime, we're looking for opportunities for DMWBE to be a prime contractor. One of the big issues, again, this is our third and fourth pillars, workforce development. We really, with all the work that's going on and the crippled workforce development will be critical to our success. So we're looking for 30% of our project's overall workforce are sourced from local workforce initiatives and organization, educational institution, and industry programs, which reflect the diverse and inclusive culture of the greater Austin area. Again, we're also 30% of the construction workforce are sourced from local DOL registered apprenticeship programs, local workforce initiatives, DOL approved craft training programs that offer hands-on instruction at no cost or nominal cost to the worker through such initiatives as the Better Builder program and the City of Austin living wage requirements and OSHA training program. And the fourth pillar, community engagement. We support the ASU community engagement team to ensure meaningful community engagement and that all communities benefit equitably from the program. But our big push right now is to get as many firms certified as possible. And that's our big push from now to the end of the year. With AMAC, we're conducting matchmaker events that we have our primes. As much as we have 26 already signed up, we're looking for over 40 primes to be there in September. So that's our big push right now is to get everybody certified, everybody signed up to participate as we go into a very heavy procurement load in the next 12 months. Any questions?
We're good. No, it's great. Jim, thank you so much for that. And for those of you who are interested, you can definitely register for this event. Again, going to our event calendar on our website, you can scroll down to the date of the event, which Jim said is September 20th. And you can register. I believe there's limited seating of sorts, but if not, then definitely you want to make sure that you register. If you do have any questions, you can reach out to our senior program manager, Andre Titus at amac-org.com. So Jim, thanks so much for the presentation. You can probably take down the
I will do that. Well, thank you, everybody, and expect to see you in Austin.
excellent. I want to add one more thing to that, and I know it wasn't on the agenda. August 29th, we have a National Airport Rental Car Supplier Outreach webinar. Here you can learn more about contracting opportunities, meet with airport rental car decision makers, and more. Again, this event is something we are co-hosting with firms such as Enterprise, National Conrac Solutions, etc. Again, you can find that event on our event calendar. So if you are a new member or new-ish member to AMAC, these are one of the things that we kind of try to put out there, right? We want to make sure that we connect you with, or at least become very aware of the opportunities that are out in the industry, and there are many. And it's as simple as just going to our event calendar on our website. So I'm looking at the attendees right now, and I do not see Justina Mann, but that's fine. I do see a lot of board members and chapter members, etc. I appreciate you guys showing up. So since Justina's not here, I will do my best to play the role and make an announcement, and that is we are now all able to join a chapter, one of our 6 local chapter AMAC chapters out there. It's been a labor of love for many of those who have been leading the chapters and drumming up excitement over joining the chapters. But you can now go to our website, and I will drop the link in the chat feature now. But definitely look at becoming a member of the chapter. If you are new again to AMAC, you are involved from a national level. Now let's get involved at a local level. And I see folks such as Valerie Mundy's on here. She's with the Denver chapter. Definitely want to get involved on that end. One thing I do want to share is, if you're not aware, you must have a national membership in order to qualify to join one of our local chapters. So definitely check out the link. There is also a PDF guideline to kind of help walk you through how to register for a certain chapter. You can register for as many chapters as you are able. It is $50, that's the fee, per person, per chapter, per year. So definitely reach out and make sure you check out joining a chapter. And since Justina is not here yet, I will probably go on to the next person, the very lovely Karen Ellis, who is the chair of our conference planning committee. Karen, it's all yours.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Karen Ellis. I am the, excuse me, National Conference Planning Chair and at-large board member for AMAC. So thank you for, again, being here. So let me give you a couple of updates. For those of you who may not have been able to attend the 38th annual conference, Business Diversity Conference here in San Antonio. First of all, you missed it because we had a great time. Let me give you a little bit of the numbers that we had from the conference. We had 1,350 total conference participants. We had 115 registrants for the ACDBELO training. And then we had 108 to register for Project Lift, which was held at at a new convention center here in San Antonio. I guess it's not really a convention center. It's called Techport, but the kids had a wonderful time in learning about aviation and getting information about different careers that may be available in aviation. So if you didn't come, again, you missed it. We also have some upcoming events that we want to share with you, and they'll be on the AMAC calendar as soon as some of them need to be scheduled, but just timelines that I'll give you. We have our annual or our quarterly fireside chat. It will be held in October. That we do have a date for. It's October 19th, 2023. And then we are in the midst of planning 2 other events right now. One is a Women in Aviation Summit, which will be sometime early 2024, maybe February. We're still finalizing that. And the Economic Opportunity Policy Forum, which is going to be in March of 2024. So we're working diligently to keep things going. And for those of you who may be interested in the 2024, getting information about the 2024 Business Diversity Conference, it will be held in Nashville, and we're hoping to have a date for you real soon, but know that the national team is working with the national office and the planning committee to finalize those dates and hotels. And as soon as we get that done, we will make sure that that notification goes out, because we know that you don't want to miss any other conferences because you miss a lot of information. So again, thank you for your attention. Thank you for attending. And those are the updates for the planning committee. Thank you. Any questions?
We'll definitely field them. Thank you so much, Karen. All right, next will be Farad Ali, the founder and CEO of SOCR and the chair of our Government Affairs Committee. We brought Farad on last time for some very, very important news, and we brought him back on because it's still very, very important. And so Farad, the stage is yours.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, hot America? We know that we have ESG is real, and we also know that the planet is warming because I'm hot. It's getting hot in here, but keep on all your clothes. Hey, so listen, so excited to have people here to hear what's going on in government affairs. We already know the Supreme Court ruling is to change affirmative action. We know states are going after DEI. Corporations have changed the way they envision inclusion. And so we're sitting here going, wow, we can either sit on the sideline or we can decide to play. We decided that we met with the leaders of the AMAC, we met with the board members, we met the leaders of the chapters, we met with the leaders of the PAC, we met with the leaders of the foundation, and we have all agreed to create one AMAC. We're going to work together to talk around these issues, how to make sure that we protect and support each other in this work, and to make sure when we have these wonderful conferences with women in aviations and the economic summit, that we create a way to have a call to action. So we've decided that we're going to create a three-prong approach, and we're going to be working on that between now and before the end of the month. I'm working closely with Ebony and team on three things. One, an education strategy on what's going on, what's really going on, create a network, some memorializing documents so people can understand how the affirmative action ruling affects our economy, in transportation, and in other contiguous business partners, if it's construction, if it's in other places, but how it really affects our world from an economic development standpoint. We want to educate people to understand how that works. The second thing we would like to do is to create a communication strategy. How do we communicate on an ongoing basis on what's happening and make sure everyone has an ability to engage at the pace and the process that they'd like to do that? And so we're going to be working on that. Some of that will be social media, some of that will be print media, some of that will be just email. And we're going to work on that, what's best for people to receive. And the last thing we're going to do is to create a call to action, because we know we can talk around this and pontificate on what's happening, but until we do something to kind of create the change we want to see, we're going to be stuck in the same position. So we're going to hopefully create a call. No, we will create a call to action. We will have all of our one AMAC people working together, a communication strategy which will all communicate the same message, and then we'll be able to go out to our communities, our networks, to find allies, business leaders to join us in our work to reverse some of this action around understanding that this is not about affirmative action. This is about being competitive action. That's what I got for you on this hot, sunny Friday. Is there any questions for me?
None at the moment. I'm sure we'll have some in the coming days or coming weeks when we launch this thing. And again, I just want to reiterate how serious these challenges really are. And of course, that is the purpose and the mission of AMAC. But I see Valerie Mundy's got her hand up. I don't know, Ashley, if we're able to allow her to ask a question.
Yes, thank you so much for that exciting presentation you just did. I noticed today I got an email from EIP. EIP has issued a statement on what the Denver airport is doing right now regarding all of the equity, inclusion, and diversity activity. So I don't know if AMAC has or that what that relationship looks like, but I think the talking points and the call to action that was listed in the EIP document, and I can share that with you, Ramon, so you can distribute it out. I think it's very essential to some of these key points that we may want to be stressing in our message. Thank you.
Hey, Valerie, thank you so much. We're going to try to, in a part of our planning, we want to galvanize some kind of portal of information to take in this data to show people, particularly in the aviation space. So you're leading by example. And I want the whole group to understand that's the kind of things we want to know, like what's going on, what are some ideas, what are some thoughts, so we can collaborate all of this information and create a great, consistent message so that we can fight this with some real desire for change and not find ourselves behind the ball. This is momentous, is what's happening in America today. And if we choose to lay down, we will be put down. Thank you. Thank you, Valerie.
Anything else from anyone? Going once, going twice. All right. Thank you so much, Farad. Yeah, so I'm going to introduce Siobhan Higgins. She's the vice chair of our comms committee, and I wanted to bring her on, obviously, just to talk a little bit about what the comms team is working on at the moment, but also, like Farad mentioned, we're all kind of working as one AMAC to gather this information and set the strategy in motion. So Siobhan, stage is yours.
Hey, everybody. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining today. Couple quick updates from the communications committee. We are, our leader, Sunshine, has gone on to, she's going to lead the foundation. So we're in the process of figuring out who's going to be our next leader. And so in the meantime, I'm kind of filling in as vice chair. And a couple of exciting things. We are going to help Farad and Ramon and the Government Affairs Committee with coming up with some of the messaging for this important initiative. And that's what we're working on while we're a little bit on hiatus, I think, like everyone. So we're not starting up our next meetings until I think the third week of September. But in the meantime, we are available to help with ideation and just making sure we put out that unified message to help keep the ACDBE programs going. So that's what we have to report. Thank you, Ramon.
Excellent. Any questions for Siobhan? We have her. Going once, twice, 3 times. Well, that concludes the agenda I have for our third Friday meeting. I want to thank all of you for attending. I want to thank all the board and chapter and committee members who are in the room, also in attendance. Thank you for your support. Again, I want to reiterate, we did launch the chapter registration portal, and the link is in the chat, or you can just go to amac-org.com/members and go there and register as well. So as Farad said, please have a relatively warm or relatively cool afternoon and have a great weekend, everybody. Take care.